You know, we're very blessed to live in this country. I've had the opportunity to travel quite a bit, and we have so many options in this country of where the choices of where you want to live when you retire. It's amazing. It's all over the place. And so with that, one of the things I know, I would like, if I was thinking about retiring in the Chicago area, is location, location, location. Today we're excited to introduce one of these options to you, to our audience, and that has great access to the city with its treasure troves of wonderful sites. I can't get that off my lips there. Treasure troves of wonderful sites and things to do in Chicago. Or conveniently book out to the western, southern, or even northern suburbs. Today we have Deana Wilson, the Executive Director, and Delanie Bosworth, Marketing Representative from Casa San Carlos in Northlake. Deana, Delanie, it's great to have you on Silver Solutions Radio this morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Jim. We're happy to be here.
Excellent. So, why don't we start off? Take a minute or two, and let's. We always have coffee before the show, and our audience knows that. You guys have some wonderful experience in your lives. Can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Sure. Well, I feel like I've grown up and lived in senior living my entire career. It has been, but somehow it doesn't seem as long as it's been. But we're approaching 25, 27 years in this business in one capacity or another. I've owned contract therapy company. I've done sales and marketing for publicly held and traded companies, as well as the mission-based companies. And I've been 5 years, most recently, with Presence Health in the retirement living division of our company, and in a regional operations role, as well as my role as executive director at Casa San Carlos.
Awesome.
So I have been around the business or the industry a little bit shorter than Deana has.
She's growing up here, though.
Yes, I am growing up here. I recently graduated last May, so I had the opportunity to start right away after I graduated with Presence. And I've enjoyed almost a full year at Casa, and I've really loved it there. So
when we were talking this morning, Delanie also shared that her passion for caring for seniors comes from a little bit of your life. Can you describe that?
Yeah, I grew up with roughly six sets of grandparents. They weren't blood relatives, but I was raised kind of by the neighbor, the elder neighbors, or kind of down the street neighbors. So I grew up with technically six sets of grandparents. So I kind of grew up loving the elder generation, and they've taken care of me. So it's kind of my way of taking care of them.
That's awesome. Casa San Carlos has been part of the Northlake community. I remember this, okay, for many years. Please tell us a little bit about the background and history of Casa San Carlos.
Okay. So if you've known about it for a while, you probably know that, and most commonly know that it's referred to as the Casa. Anybody in the community, we have a very supportive community in Northlake, and everybody knows it as the Casa. And so, but Casa, we've celebrated our 30-year anniversary last November. And so it's been in Northlake, located right off of Wolf Road, right next to Villa Scalabrini, that's been there since the early 50s. Many people probably know that community as well.
And if you ever, if you go past these communities, they don't look like they've been around for 30 years or longer.
Done a great job keeping them well maintained and in good repair, as well as up to date with decorations and things like that. So.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What sets Casa San Carlos apart from its competitors?
I truly feel like our, whether you call it competitive edge or not, but what we are most loved and known for is our faith base. We're a Catholic community. Also in Northlake for Villa as well as Casa San Carlo, the Italian community really was very instrumental in getting these properties, imagining them and then making the connections that it took to get them to fruition and open and serving so many people over these years.
A little bit of trivia. Being in the industry for so long, I have to ask this question. Deana just explained it, came out of, there's a lot of Italian community there.
Yes.
Okay. We have many calls when we service that area if we have Italian-speaking caregivers.
Yes, we do. We actually, yesterday I took a phone call from a family that her parents speak English, but Dad likes to speak Italian, so he was interested in knowing if there's anyone he could speak Italian with, and that's certainly the case.
And do you have any?
Yes, we
Oh
do.
my God.
Whether other residents and our staff members, our dining team is made up of a lot of folks with Italian heritage. That our dining director, who's been there, his name is Giacomo, and anybody that knows Casa knows Giacomo. He is from Italy and has been with us for 19 years, so is our director.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is great. I thought it was interesting because we actually come up with the answer. No, we actually don't. And here, Casa San Carlo has Italian-speaking care team.
Absolutely.
Or part of their care team. Excellent. Can you describe your ideal resident?
Yeah. I would say ideally we service both completely independent people, as well as people that are independent but need a little assistance. We provide private duty caregiving, so they're able to move into our community and keep their independence, maintain their independence, and then have that additional service. So they have the little assistance here and there, but they're able to maintain their independence.
Very good. Do you have medical?
We do, and we have partners that have office space in our community. We're a retirement community. We're we don't, as an independent living community, there isn't a required license. So we're really we provide housekeeping and dining services, as well as recreation, life enrichment type activities. But when it comes to care, we vet and pick our partners for health care. And so we have providers on site that everything from private duty that can just be very non-clinical, very just support in their activities of daily living. We also have a home health care provider. They have nursing services as well as therapy, and then a therapy provider that can provide benefits and therapy under Part A and Part B Medicare benefits, all located right on site.
Wow.
Nice. Do you offer any special features or programs for your residents that would be different from the norm?
Yeah, we do, actually, and it goes back to our Catholic, our faith-based community that we are, and that we offer daily mass. We have, and that's a big one. I would say not all of our residents are Catholic. They have some faith-based. It may not be Catholic, but I would say 95% of the folks that come to us, that's one of their first questions. Do you offer mass here? And they're surprised to even learn not only is the answer yes, but it's daily. And so and on Sunday, even the villa has a beautiful chapel, and residents and families can enjoy that chapel as well. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can you go into some of the other programs that you have and offer?
Sure. This year our focus is on wellness. We have really, it's a work in progress, but we are, people are more focused on their health and wellness now more than ever. And wellness is everything from not only physical wellness, but nutritional, social, spiritual, all the 7 dimensions of wellness. We've really worked hard at bringing a program together that the things that we offer, whether it be through our activity program or our dining program, our fitness and exercise people that come in, to touch on all the aspects of a person's wellness. So, but we have a full program. We have 2 full-time staff members in our activity team, and they provide everything from shopping trips to dining, theater. We have entertainment that comes into our community, and a wide array of things that are hobby, life enriching to a variety of people. So we try to cover, because that's different for everybody. So we try to offer a variety of programs.
I had the privilege of coming over for an open house not too long ago, probably 3 weeks ago, was it? Okay, about 3 weeks ago. And what I found so awesome is Elvis was there.
Yes. Every day you can come to a networking breakfast and meet Elvis, a balloon maker. The mayor was also there. So it was a wide mix of people that day. It was very fun.
And wide mix. And one of the things that we talk about often on the show is the importance of music. And I met so many musicians that were there, singers,
yes,
people that played instruments. Elvis.
Yes, and actually, as we talked about at breakfast too, that one of the nurses in our caring center, her husband is a musician, and they're both. It's like a family. We always say Casa is very much like a family with our residents, our staff, and our family members. But even with our vendor staff, our partners in healthcare, they've been involved in Casa San Carlos, both of them, from a nursing capacity to a musical capacity for many, many years.
I had the privilege of sitting down and talking to Joe at the table over a bagel, and just an amazing man. So here's a shout out to Patty and Joe.
Castronova, yes.
So, what areas do you serve generally?
Well, we would like to serve everyone in Illinois. Our main kind of area that we have residents moving in from are Cook, DuPage. We are really expanding our outreach to Elmhurst and kind of that side of DuPage.
Oak Park, River Grove, Northlake, of course.
Right.
Even though Northlake people, sometimes it's like having something right in front of you that you don't know is there until you need it. Right. So a lot of Northlake people that have been in the community for a number of years, recently, once the need arises or the idea is planted, they learn about Casa as well. But all of the surrounding communities, River Grove, I might have said that. But Elmhurst, we've had a lot of people, not only in our immediate area, but a lot of the initial inquiry that comes to us comes from a family member of somebody who lives close by, their parents or their grandparents. And so those inquiries can come from other states. We've had many times other people from outside of Illinois reach out to us.
Location. You just mentioned outside of Illinois, and what I thought was so impressive. And as you said, sometimes people in the community didn't even know you were there, and it's hard to miss. Okay.
Yes, it is.
It's hard to miss, but your location is just so impressive because it's North Avenue and 294.
Yes.
And how easy is that to get to and go in any direction that you wanted to go around, in and around that area, even to the tri-state area.
Right.
So that's
very convenient.
Very convenient. As people age in place and realize they don't have the same independence as they did before, we mentioned a little bit about the care that you've done. Can we get a little more detail? How are you able to help those residents maintain their independence?
Okay. It's a combination, like I said, of our caring partners that we have on site, in addition to how we've structured our services with our staff at Casa. We have 24-hour staff, and so 24 hours a day, we have a receptionist and we have a maintenance worker that's on site. So if anybody needs anything, 24 hours a day, we're there and can respond immediately. Versus if someone lives in their home, they can live as independently as they did in their home at Casa San Carlos, but there are people around all the time. That's the difference. And we can respond immediately, as well as on a daily basis, we have a check system in place where it's nothing fancy, but we call it the door flipper process. And so every night we make sure the door flippers it's a little piece of metal that flips up onto the door, and once the door opens, it comes down. So then by a certain time the next morning, we've walked all the floors, checked every door to make sure that the flipper's been down. And if it isn't, then we have a system in place to check and make sure the resident is safe and okay. Besides the meals and that type of support, we provide breakfast and dinner every day, and in our dining room. And so when somebody doesn't show up, we would go looking for them or want to make sure that they're okay. And again, to help people stay independent, we have the dining, we have monthly housekeeping, we have 24-hour maintenance. Like I said, they don't have to worry about shoveling snow, or it will even clean off their car if it snows on their car.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, so we do it all. We really do. Our goal is to think of everything that somebody might need.
And before we were limited by just radio. Now we're on YouTube, and I'd love everybody to either go to the WRM, and we're live on YouTube right now.
Facebook.
Or on Facebook. Sorry, on Facebook. Okay, right now. And I just wanted to express the passion that Deana and Delanie, you can see their passion in their eyes. So when they talk about their community. You had mentioned meals, so are your places owned or rented?
The dining services?
You're the independent living. So
our communities are owned by our company, but we do.
Owned by the company.
Yes.
So there's a monthly rent.
There's monthly rent. Mm-hmm.
Are meals part of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a call.
Well, that's right. Let's answer
Okay.
this question.
Okay.
So are meals part of that as well?
Meals are included, and we have a store too that is open at noontime. As I mentioned, we have breakfast and dinner that's included in their rent, but we do have an option for people to eat a sandwich, soup, a special. We grill out in the summer. It's just a little restaurant that's right in the community as well that they can purchase if they want to have lunch. But all of our apartments have kitchens, full kitchens with options of cooking, which many of our residents still do.
Want to do.
Yes.
Right, right. Well, let's take a phone call real quickly. Good morning. Are you calling for Silver Solutions? All right. What can we do for you today? He was saying that his grandma spent the last 12 years of her life there. This is Bob.
Hi,
And
Bob.
boy, I tell you, he knows his stuff. Bob, tell me a little bit about what your experience with her there is in your memory.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Oh, that's such a great story.
Isn't that a great
You know,
story?
that's true. And that you guys provide that opportunity, the Casa provides that opportunity for people to spend a little bit of time there so they can truly get a vibe of what it's like and if they're going to mend or mesh well with it. Yeah,
absolutely. That is one thing I wanted to mention, that sometimes it does take, like in your experience, Bob, is that correct? Okay. I'm sorry, Bob, I was putting my earphones on so I could hear you better when you first started speaking to us. But we do offer that, and just like the experience at Villa Scalabrini at Casa San Carlo, we can offer. We don't like to offer a little much less than a week, because it's really hard to experience all that we offer in a week and to really get a feel for how comfortable a person would be. But absolutely, we offer short term. We call them respite stays, or try it and buy it. So you can come in and try us out and make sure we fit before you would make because we understand it's a big decision to change where you're going to move and live. So.
And I think this is a great testimonial too. Not only is it great for the retiree, but it's also a wonderful comfort to the family.
Yes, absolutely. And families, not always, but many times the families are the instigator or the initial inquiry about coming to live there, because they recognize that their parents are isolated. For whatever reason, there's been changes in the family situation that have created a need for a little bit more support, some more socialization, because there's nothing more unhealthy than isolation. And in so many capacities, it's very sad. It's and turns into health problems for anyone, no matter what your age is. And so so for the families to then reach out to us, and then we introduce Casa to their parents. And when through the transition, because it is a transition, it's a move. But once that transition's been made and the boxes are unpacked and everybody's trying to get into a new routine, that you can just see the relief to the family once they see that their parent or parents are settled in and happy and engaging and connecting with people that they have life in common with.
Bob, thank you so much for your call, hon.
Thank you for sharing. Yes.
One of the things we had talked about this morning is, how do we get people to consider living there? And one of the biggest compliments came out of that. And your biggest referral source is what?
Our biggest referral source are our existing residents and families. And it is there's no better compliment than having a resident who lives with us tell a friend, someone at church, another family member, what a great place it is. And the phone call I took yesterday, it's not often that I take sales, the marketing calls anymore. That's Delanie and Pamela's role. But I love it. That's where I started in this business. And to talk with this family member, and that's exactly why she was calling, because her a son of one of our residents was doing work for her parents, and so our resident's son told her about Casa and said, you have to call him. My mom loves it there. She's picky about her food, and she loves the food there. And I think that's our claim to fame, is our food.
And it is. And I can attest to that.
Yes.
Okay. And that always impresses me. And not only do your current residents refer to you, but I can think of the generations after being there for 30 years.
Yes.
That are just coming in, and they hear how the people, how you and your staff take care of the people. I can see that, it's like a fire.
Yes, multiple generations of people. And what's also fun are, because we do have a small team of staff, but they've been, most of them, I'm a newer staff member there, so is Delanie, but we have a core group of staff that have been a part of Casa for many, many years. As I said, Giacomo's been there 19 years. Our resident services director's been there 14 years, just a lot of years. But what's really great is to see people come in who are interested in working with us that are grandchildren of people that lived there in the past. And so it's not only the repeat generations of people and families coming to live with us, but family members now that they've grown up, they want to come and work there.
And that is amazing. And for an independent living community, it's like family's been there all their life. So that's fantastic. Can you share? It's amazing how
Oh,
fast
it did go
happens.
fast.
Can you share your first of all, real quickly, how can someone arrange a visit over at the Casa?
You would actually give me a call. I work in the marketing department in sales, so I'm kind of the front line for everyone that comes in. So you can give us a call at 708-562-4300, and then just ask for Delanie or Pamela. She's in Florida, a little jealous, but give us a call and we would be so happy to kind of show you around and kind of give you a little glimpse of what Casa is.
Very good. You have a website?
Yes, we do. And it's www.presencehealth.org. I know once you get to the site, there is a specific link right to Casa, but versus giving it wrong, you just go to presencehealth.org and you'll find us on our main page.
If you're considering a place to retire in the Chicagoland area, definitely check out the Casa.
We would love that.
Deana, Delanie, thank you for being here today.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much
having
for
us.
having us. This has been fun. And it did go fast.